He said, I'm going. The thing is, I don't know when I'll be back.
It was like getting in a plane in the New Testament and getting off the plane in the Old Testament. It was like I had flown into hell. And he said, Nick, they eat little missionaries like you for lunch.
I stepped out of the plane and it was like you could taste darkness.
It just became open hunting season. And on this one day in August, they killed 4 of my best friends.
You don't think about things like this for your children. There was a feeling of that everything in my body had gone to my stomach.
The looks that you get from people is, if you hadn't taken your son to Africa, he'd still be alive.
It was a very, very difficult time because believers in Somalia, 1991, there were about 150 of them, and by 1997, only 4 were left alive. That's crucifixion almost without resurrection. And that's why we left Somalia so broken as we watched a whole generation of believers wiped out. How can you stand crucifixion without resurrection? And I vowed unto God that part of the brokenness of Somalia would not be wasted. Those deaths, that blood would not be wasted, and we would find ways to prepare ourselves and others to go to the Somalis of the world without making the mistakes that caused the deaths of believers prematurely.
We needed to go to places of persecution, go to where believers not have survived, but have thrived in persecution. He said, if while I'm in prison, I hear that my wife and children are hung to death, rather than deny Jesus, I will be the most proud man in prison.
And what believers in persecution say, we are so thankful that we have the honor to suffer with Jesus. What would you call that? Would you call that sanity? Would you call that the American dream? I would call that the insanity of God.
And when the Bible becomes present, active tense, not only is God out of the box, there's no box. It's burnt. It's ashes.